Oh my goodness.
Nice, huh?
Just stay in the middle. What do you mean stay in the middle? The suspension bridge was 6 inch wider on each side than my electric wheelchair. Now I'm good with my joystick, but am I that good? Gulp. I can't see the bridge's other end, but Juve knows what he's talking about. Juve Acuna Sanchez is the grandfather of disabled travel in Costa Rica. He takes people with spinal cord injuries, limited vision, cognitive challenges, and me on guided tours. He says I can do it. I'm approaching the longest suspension bridge in Costa Rica, 984 feet, a tenth of a mile, stretching 230 feet over the stunning tropical forest canopy. That's about 30 stories high. Okay, I'm afraid of heights, but I can do this. 100 feet. So far, so good. Then the bridge starts to sway. By midway, it's swinging about 1.5 feet from side to side. Oh my God, I am so afraid of heights. There are people in front of me and people behind me. We stop and let the people in front of us finish so the bridge sways less. But people keep coming behind and wait impatiently. I remember to start recording using my phone on a selfie stick attached to my left armrest. The sides of this suspension bridge don't attach to the bridge, only the cables holding it up. My small 8-inch front wheels slide off the edge. I'm stuck. My large powered back wheels pull me off the edge. I'm terrified. I can't go back. I have to go forward. A few never-ending minutes later, and I make it to solid ground. If you're reading this or listening, check out the 3-minute video on YouTube. Link in the show notes. Traveling with disabilities is equal parts invigorating, self-satisfying, wondrous, and scary. Great for my spiritual health, especially when I reach the other side of bridges and don't fall backwards or tip over the edge. I live to tell a great story. Juve Acuna with Il Viaggio Travel, our full-time guide, appears to be a grandfather of disability travel in Costa Rica. He picks us up at the airport, stayed with us, drove us, and shared his extensive knowledge of Costa Rican flora, fauna, and history for a week. Let me share some of our experiences, images, videos, and an interview with Juve. Travel is good for my spiritual health. I can do it. I can successfully solve moment-to-moment problems and receive and accept loving assistance. Again, this episode may be best as a video. Check it out on my YouTube channel at dvanleu, DVANLEEU. Next, we will hear from Juve describing his journey as a guide for people with disabilities, and I'll highlight a few of the wonders of our travel. Welcome to Health Hats, the podcast. I'm Danny Van Leeuwen, a two-legged cisgender old white man of privilege who knows a little bit about a lot of healthcare and a lot about very little. We will listen and learn about what it takes to adjust to life's realities in the awesome circus of healthcare. Let's make some sense of all of this. Juve, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks to you for this opportunity.
Yes. Could you tell me your full name?
Yes. My name is Juvenal Acuna Sanchez.
We met because I'm in your country, Costa Rica, and I'm a person with disabilities. And I came to a travel agent who said that they specialize in tours for people with disabilities. You greeted us at the airport, and we've had a wonderful time. How is it that you ended up in the line of travel for people with disabilities?
About 10 years ago, I started working with this company, Untitled Travel, and they're a friend of mine since a long time ago. And we realized that the country really needs to be more accessible. That is because the uncle of the owners of the company, he lives in Spain, and his wife, she's with disabilities in a wheelchair. They used to bring it here and take it all over. It wasn't that accessible. We start together as all these, the national network of accessibility. And yes, 7 years ago we started already as for tourists and bring people. The idea is that they can do the same that everybody does, all right? For example, doing a zip lining tour, we take them to do rafting, we take them to do, we have a special chairs so we can take them off-road and the trails. And it's really been working really nice.
So when you say disabilities, is it all kinds of disabilities, people who are blind or have deafness or intellectual challenges or mobility?
All kinds.
All kinds.
Yes, all kinds.
So when somebody contacts you and is asking you to help plan their trip, how do you assess the person who's coming in terms of trying to make sure you understand their capabilities?
Yes.
Because everybody's disability is a big word.
Yes,
and there's so many nuances to it.
Part of the contract that they do is from the office. When they already have people that is coming, usually they need to fill a form.
Okay.
And in the form is all the details, and they have to explain what kind of disability they have. So the company look for a specialized guide. So yes, already it's like that. It's been working pretty well.
Yeah, I know what we did, both when we did those 2 Camino trips I told you about, and then this one is I did this little video of my capabilities. So my wheelchair and folding it up and putting it in the car, and that I could do some steps.
Yes.
And so it just makes it so much easier for somebody to see that. So one of the things that you were telling me that I found so interesting is that you've developed a network of people that you can call on depending on how many people are in the party, how much risky behavior. I didn't really mean that. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't ask that I wanted to do a zip line. Yeah. For me, what was really out there was going on that swinging suspension bridge. That was like, and then those were things that worried me.
Yeah.
But you're saying that people who I'll just do all sorts of stuff. Yeah. So how did you build this network of people that you can call on, that you can trust to work with you, because you one person?
It was pretty hard at the beginning. Actually, we as a company, we train the people, tour operators, and we go to the hotels and we measure all the doors and bathrooms, everything that so they can be approved to work with us.
Okay. Right? So it isn't just other guides or
No, no.
muscle. It's all the environment and
Yes.
everything. Oh,
Everybody
okay.
have to make some courses to be capable to manage different people with different disabilities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I see here where we are. Tell me again the name of where we are. Campos. Yeah, yeah. But this resort. What's the name of this resort?
Costa Verde.
Costa Verde. There's clearly one person who seems to be really on top of it. Like everybody's really nice. But there's that one fellow, he knew, the driver of the van, he anticipated everything.
Good.
So I felt like that was really good. Okay, so what do you think that, like for me, like when we went on the pilgrimage in Spain and Portugal, I trained for that, you know, in terms of different surfaces, the train, the bus, cobblestones, rain. How do you, now that you've had these years of experience, how would you suggest that people who want to travel, who have disabilities, how should they be thinking about it and prepare so that they're ready? You do a lot about how you're ready,
Yeah.
but there's the...
Yes, sometimes it's hard. People, they get freak when they're doing rafting or ziplining tours and things like that. But usually we have different packages
Okay.
to sell to different people with disabilities, and we always offer different activities during their stay here.
Yeah.
So they choose that. So it's not like a surprise. It's
Yes.
something that they manage with ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's people who wants. I've been bringing people to do disability, to do any kind of activities that they cannot move anything. But
So
you know,
somebody like quadriplegic. Okay.
Yes. Oh yes, and they have been doing different activities, and they really enjoyed it.
Oh,
Yes, they really enjoyed
I
it.
can imagine.
Already, all the tour operators, the ones that they do like activities,
Yeah.
or they already know, they already have courses, they already know how to manage different disabilities when they are blind or they cannot walk at all, when they can move a little. So it's, yeah, now this in all these courses, they are approved by the Tourism Board institution in Costa Rica.
Oh,
So,
really? Oh, so it's national. It's a national
It's
thing.
national. It's a national network.
Was it
So-
national when you started, or has
Oh,
it become...
No, became
Yeah.
like a national network. We started as a national network, but it was really hard. But at the end, we just spoke with the Tourism Board institution of Costa Rica, and they put us into the government, so the government approved our project,
Okay.
and it's been like that. Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Yes.
You were telling me about how that you were taking bottle caps and creating equipment. Can you tell us about that?
We this program that is the donation of different institutions from the government, private companies, hotels, all kind of industries and all that. They already are donated the tops of the plastic bottles.
Okay.
So we're collecting plastic number 2, number 4, and number 5. That is the hard, it's like the one that is on the top.
Yeah.
Yes, with this material we make like artificial wood. So we start doing pasarelas. So we make accessible beaches already.
Oh, so boardwalks. Okay. Just
Before-
in Spain, Portugal, they had that. Yeah, yeah.
Before that, we didn't have any accessible beaches. Right now, we have 12 here in Costa Rica.
12 beaches.
12 beaches accessible
Wow.
with pasarela, with even the house for the lifeguards. We make the amphibian chair so they can go straight to the water and stay there in the amphibian chair if they want.
Oh my goodness.
And the people really enjoy it.
Oh,
yes,
I'm sure.
Now everybody uses local Costa Rican people.
Yeah.
Always there. I go to the beach, there's a few wheelchairs there
Yeah.
in this kind of facility.
So I like that you're thinking about the infrastructure, and I'm just impressed that the government has gotten behind it,
Yeah.
because so much of business in Costa Rica is tourism.
Yes.
And if I remember, there was a guy who I knew years ago who was a car salesman, and he was getting into the business, and he was having a really hard time breaking in. So he ended up specializing in transportation for people with disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
And so most people selling cars or trucks or whatever had no idea. And so he would get all this business from everywhere because they knew this guy.
Yeah.
And so he started an industry of that, training other people in other parts of the country.
That's what we do.
And
yes.
he made a good living. Started with nothing, but he eventually, in 10 years, he was very successful.
Yeah, the network is, how you said, when we don't get any money from there.
Okay.
It's not profit.
Not
right?
for profit, okay?
But the network is separate than the tourists. Like tourists, they already have to pay, and the agency, they got their commission, whatever it is, like that. But it works like that. It's incredible to see how everything is being adapted. In 7 years, the country actually, they name it like the most accessible country in Central America already. So it's, yeah.
That's, you must be proud.
Yes, I'm proud. And I learn a lot.
Yeah.
I learn a lot from these people that sometimes people, they complain a lot about their life and all that thing. I took a good example from them that they always are going forward, and it doesn't matter if they have disability, they want to do it and they want to enjoy it, and that is a big lesson for me.
Yes, it's inspiring.
Yeah.
I'm call myself a patient caregiver activist, and certainly having my own experience as a patient and a caregiver, but I get so much inspiration from other people, how they've managed and their bravery. You know, it really helps me. There are times I feel sorry for myself, and then I just think, here I am. I went on a suspension bridge in in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
I'm proud.
No, and you can do like that, zip lining tours, you can do rafting, everything is
zip line next time.
Yes,
next time we'll talk. I'll text you and we'll set up a zip line.
Sure. You know what is really nice?
And so somebody like me could just do a zip line.
Oh yes. People that they cannot walk at all, they done it, and they cry.
I'm sure.
I have people that we taken in the middle of the forest with a Gillette, and this lady was crying a lot because she never imagined to be inside the forest or the jungle like that, to enjoy the green canopy, just the trail, enjoy the birds or whatever.
Next time you come, I'm gonna do that. That sounds like a lot of fun. You need to do it.
It's a whole experience.
Yeah.
Really nice. Yeah.
What haven't I asked you that I should have asked you about travel and disabilities? Anything come to mind that you think we should share with the listeners and watchers?
No, They can feel safe, okay? The people that is going to take care of them, it can be hotels or tour operators, already have the experience already by the tourism board and our company, so they are in good hands. They are in good hands. I've been doing tours with blind people that is really nice. It's very different. The whole tour in the middle of the jungle is just to hear things, textures, feel texture. It's another world.
Yes.
And I've been having people they cannot talk at all, and blind people with different disabilities, paralyzed in the second vertebra all the way down. We have special equipment to take them from the chair to the bed. They need it. Wheelchairs. We have all kind of equipment that they can enjoy here.
Wow. Thank you.
You're very welcome. It's been my pleasure.
Yes,
please.
Thank you so much.
Feel welcome every time you come,
Yeah.
and everybody, yes, you are welcome here in Costa Rica. This is the land of pura vida. Yes.
Thank you so much. Now a word about our sponsor, Abridge. Record your healthcare conversations with doctors and other clinicians with Abridge. Push the big pink button and record. Read the transcripts or listen to clips when you get home. Check out the app at abridge.com, abridge.com, or download it on the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Let me know how it went. Juve planned a half-day catamaran excursion off the Pacific coast. He stayed behind. We saw an adult and child humpback whale. The crew supported me in walking across the boat. They fitted me with a life preserver around my waist rather than around my neck so I could float and swim in 80-degree water for almost 40 minutes. Again, terrified to swim, but unlike the suspension bridge, I felt completely safe in the water. Luxurious.
Ahí vamos a ver mejor, ¿verdad? Okay. Sorry, I didn't know I was right there. Really hard. If you don't tell me, it's kind of hard. But I've been telling you, we need a speaker right there. That way will be better for everybody. Okay. Now we're still looking for the way of home back for the one that we have right now. Don't forget, if they're adults, they're gonna.
I spent 12 years as a back-to-the-land farm boy hippie in rural West Virginia, so I'm used to waking up to roosters. But howler monkeys at 4 a.m. outside your window are deafening. Juve said they are the second loudest animal after the sperm whale. White-faced monkeys are completely pests, grabbing food off your plate in outdoor restaurants. Costa Rica allows no caging, taming, or killing of animals, no zoos, no culling monkeys. Walking trees most impressed me. Under the tropical canopy, these trees have been known to move upward of 5 meters a year, around 15 feet, by putting down and cutting off roots as they seek precious sunlight. The adaptability floors me. Disability feels like an experiment in adaptability, especially traveling with disabilities. At least twice a day over 6 days, other guides would stop Juve, tell him about some clients coming in a few days with X disability wanting to do Y, and asking where they should go and how they should prepare. That's an effective network. I host, write, engineer, and produce Health Hats, the podcast. Kayla Nelson provides website and social media consultation and manages dissemination. Joey Van Leeuwen supplies musical support, especially for the podcast intro and outro. I play Barry sax on some episodes alone or with the Lechuga Fresca Latin Band. I'm grateful to you who have the most critical roles as listeners, readers, and watchers. See the show notes, previous podcasts, and other resources through my website, www.health-hats.com, and my YouTube channel, DVANLEEU. Please subscribe and contribute. If you like it, share it. See you around the block.